Girls, look at this amazing place. Monument Valley. Sandstone buttes carved out by water and erosion. You see these a lot in westerns, movies, where cowboys are herding cattle, having adventures.
Herding? Herding?
Not hurting. Not like they're herding cattle.
Oh, herding.
Yeah, nobody's hurting. I don't think the cowboys just went out there and just, hurt the cattle.
Okay.
There's no real reason to do that.
Okay. I thought that they would be herding the cattle by, like, making them climb up the mountain with them, or like those sand.
So they would try to make the cattle climb up the side of these?
Yes.
Can you imagine a cow standing on the top of that? It would need a parachute to get down.
We love puzzles!
Hey girls, what state did we do last time?
Alaska!
And today, it's the next state in alphabetical order, because we're doing all the states in alphabetical order. What state are we doing today?
Arizona!
Exactly. You know what's interesting about those two?
What?
In alphabetical order, Alaska comes right before Arizona, but Arizona became a state right before Alaska.
Then you have to flip that.
There is an animal in Arizona that finds gemstones in its home. For this animal, the gemstones are trash, and then it deposits them outside of its house, and then people can go get them. You know what animal this is?
Does the animal live in a hole?
It does live in a hole.
Okay, then groundhog? Squirrel? Wait, no, they don't dig. Wait, a mole? Is it a bug?
It is a bug. It's an ant. The ants dig underground. And when they find these red gemstones, and I'm going to show you a picture of them, here they are, they don't look like these have been cut. They look like just little pebbles that are red like that when the ants find them. And then they push them out of their anthill, and then people find the anthills, and then they kind of dig in the rocks that are next to the anthill, and they find the gemstones. Those stones are called anthill garnets.
I'd never think of an ant.
Would you guys rather have a puppy for a pet, or an ant that could find you gemstones?
Puppy.
Huh. Well, there goes that money-making scheme that I had planned out. So here's a picture of an anthill. What does it look like to you? I'm going to give you a couple guesses of what else does it look like.
A hurricane. I think it looks like a donut.
What if this thing was on the moon? What would it be?
A crater.
A crater! And do you know what else they have in Arizona?
What?
Actual craters. This is Meteor Crater near Winslow, Arizona. It's one of the best preserved craters from a meteor in the world. So here's the flag of Arizona. What do you think of the flag, Gabrielle?
It's very colorful. It just shows they're proud.
It's a flag that looks like they're proud of their state.
Yeah, it just looks happy.
I agree. It's an enthusiastic looking flag, and I'll tell you, the rays here coming off the top of it represent the sun.
I knew it.
Yeah, Arizona is a very sunny state. 13 rays, they represent the 13 first states. And the star in the middle is a copper color because Arizona is the #1 producer of copper in the United States. If you want your kitchen to look like this, that's where you get the copper from.
I don't think you would want your kitchen to look like that.
Why?
Kind of looks boring.
Looks fancy to me.
Yeah. To me, it looks old and rusty.
Oh, it's not rusty.
The pans are rusty. Come on. You look shiny. You fry rust onto your food. Okay, I'll fry you on a rusty pan.
Well, speaking of food, girls, there is a special dish that comes from Arizona.
Burrito?
No, oh, it's close. This is called a chimichanga, a deep-fried burrito. So they took a burrito and then they just dumped it in hot oil, and then deliciousness happens.
Okay, it looks very fancy.
Girls, what do you think the blue on the Arizona flag represents?
Oh.
Yes.
Water.
Well, it is water, but it's water. It's a special water. It's water from the Colorado River. What did the Colorado River make? It's something big. It's something grand.
Grand Canyon.
Yes!
Why is it called the Grand Canyon? Because it's grand and it's a canyon. I don't know what grand means.
Grand means great and amazing. It means something wonderful. Yeah, in fact, people used to call it the Great Canyon. Yeah.
The Great Canyon.
The Grand Canyon creates its own weather. Is the Grand Canyon the biggest canyon in the world? Is it the deepest canyon in the world?
I'm guessing it is.
It's not. Is it the longest canyon in the world?
No. Yeah?
It's not. That one is in Tibet. Do you know how you get down into the Grand Canyon?
No.
How do you get down, Gabrielle?
I'm guessing it's basically like a rock climbing wall, maybe. But
well, they have trails.
Really strong rope.
No, they have trails into the canyon. But the best way to get down there is by mule, by donkey. Girls, this is called the Wave. It's a sandstone formation formed millions of years ago. What do you think of that? Would you like to walk around in there?
Yeah.
It makes some people dizzy, they say.
It looks like something in a Dr. Seuss book. It does. Really? Yes.
Elise, what do you see on that state quarter right there?
A cactus.
A cactus, yes. And that is the Saguaro Cactus.
How big is it?
Really big. They can get up to be 50 feet tall.
So that's taller than me. Taller than our house, Elise. Really? Yeah. Wait, are they really spiky?
Very spiky. Don't let one fall on you.
Why would I do that? I would dodge it.
Do you know what the word petrified means?
Chimichanga.
It does not mean chimichanga. Petrified means it's been turned to stone. They have something in Arizona that's super amazing. It's called the Petrified Forest. Because, do you see all those logs on the ground?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are actually stone. Millions of years ago, this wasn't a desert. It was a forest. And then the trees fell down, and then a volcano exploded, and the trees got covered in ash. And it may be that they were also covered in the silt under the river. Eventually, the tree material was replaced by rock material.
It looks like a geode.
It does look like a geode. So two of the deserts in Arizona are the Painted Desert. Let me show you some pictures of the Painted Desert. Do you think it looks like it's painted, Elise?
Kind of.
There's also the Sonoran Desert. They have these guys.
Is that... wait.
It's a baby desert tortoise. Would you like
Talking about turtles and tortoises.
What kind of turtle did you get?
Painted turtle.
Yeah, a painted turtle.
It's a baby!
It ended up in our yard, and, I rescued it from being...
Tractor.
Run over by a lawnmower.
Yeah, that you were driving.
Well, I didn't run it over. I was careful.
It should be in the Painted Desert.
Exactly. Why isn't our painted turtle in the painted desert? You know, there's another kind of animal that comes from the Sonoran Desert. It's a dog. It's the Sonoran Hot Dog.
You got me excited and then you ruined my excitement.
This is one of the famous foods in Arizona, the Sonoran Hot Dog. It's a very spicy hot dog.
Okay, then.
And it's wrapped in bacon.
Arizona became a state on Valentine's Day, 1912.
Here's a fun fact. The original London Bridge was shipped stone by stone all the way across the ocean to Arizona and then reconstructed, and now it's in Lake Havasu.
Arizona has the largest solar telescope. Official bird, cactus wren. Big cities are Tucson, Mesa, capital, Phoenix.
Guys, do you know what a phoenix is?
Bird.
What's special about the phoenix?
I'm pretty sure it can turn into fire.
It's able to be reborn out of ashes, have a rebirth. They named Phoenix, Arizona, Phoenix because it was to be a rebirth of the great Hohokam Native American civilization. And they left behind a lot of petroglyphs. Do you guys know what petroglyphs are?
Does it have to do with petrified?
Very good, Gabrielle. I'll just tell you what glyph means. It means to carve.
So carved rock.
Carved rock, exactly, you got it. What do you think of this?
A person that's turning into wind. I think it's a person that's confused.
What do you think of this Hohokam sculpture?
Because I don't think I've ever seen a sculpture like that. Because it has a big body, a very round, big body.
Well, it's a jar.
It's a jar?
Uh-huh.
So that explains why his head is so flat. Yeah, I thought it was a person's sculpture.
Well, it's a person jar.
And there you have it, Arizona. What an amazing state! Be sure to tune in next week when we bring you Arkansas. Before we go, there's a couple viewers we need to thank. First, Oliver in Atlanta, Georgia. He made some great suggestions for this video. Thanks for helping, Oliver. Remember, everybody, if you want to see something in our upcoming video, let us know. And we really need to thank Arthur in Brazil. He created some amazing drawings inspired by our country videos. Arthur never stopped learning about the world. You're awesome! North America, variety of climates. Woo-hoo! 200 inches, Mississippi River, Grand Canyons, deserts, plains. Don't forget we live here. Don't forget we live here. Don't forget we live here. Yeah, you better not forget. North America. The most important piece in our puzzle is you. Be sure to like. Tell us what you think. And share us with your friends. And of course, subscribe.